Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers podcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. This is your Saturday weekend charting session. The market is closed, but the work is not. Weekends are for preparation, structure, and clarity. This is where the levels are mapped, bias is refined, and emotion is removed from the process. This is not a reaction market. This is an interpretation market. This show is for education and entertainment only. Always do your own research, but you could use this show as a foundation. All right, let's get into the Trillion Dollar Ticker Family Legacy Mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I am building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. The U.S. markets are closed today. There are no earning releases from after market close yesterday. No economic data scheduled. This gives us some time. Time to remove the noise. Time to focus on structure. Time to let the chart speak without interruption. Today's session is about understanding trends, supporting resistance, momentum, not headlines. We're going to get into some trillion dollar tickers. But before we do that, let's get into our daily law from Robert Greene. Choosing the right mentor is like being able to choose your own parents. The wrong one can be fatal. Life is short, and your time for learning and creativity is limited. Without guidance, you can waste valuable years trying to gain knowledge from too many sources. The mentor-protege relationship is the most efficient form of learning. The right mentor knows where to focus your attention and how to challenge you. Their experience becomes your shortcut. Their feedback sharpens your progress. Through close interaction, you absorb a way of thinking, not just information. Choose the mentor who aligns with your life's work and learn everything you can. Internalize their knowledge, then move on. Your goal is never to remain in their shadow. Your goal is to surpass them in mastery and brilliance. All right. So let's check out the market caps of the trillion dollar tickers. Number one, Nvidia, 4.5 trillion. Apple, 4.08 trillion. Google, 3.90 trillion. Microsoft, 2.9 trillion. Amazon, 2.2 trillion. TSM, 1.8 trillion. Meta, 1.67 trillion. AVGO, 1.57 trillion. Tesla, 1.54 trillion. brk.b, 1.09 trillion. And Walmart, 1.04 trillion, y'all. All right, so we're going to check out, we're going to go by market cap, and we're going to redraw everything. We're going to start from a blank chart. We're going to go to the weekly level, and then we're going to go to the line chart. This is the easiest way to find the levels. Where did price react? Real big. There it is. 175. Where did price react? Right up here. Go ahead and round that up. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and just give me 1 second. You know, when you're doing it all yourself, you got to be the producer and the talent and curate everything. So it's not as easy as these things that you see online. It's really a whole process. But thanks for waiting. All right, so next, let's see, we got some resistance right here at 190. So go ahead and put that on there. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this thing was just stayed in this area for a long time. It broke out briefly. Came right back to this area, y'all. All right, so that's the weekly levels for NVIDIA. Let's go to the daily, see if we can find something. It's right here. This was a sharp recovery bounce. Can you believe this thing went to 1? This thing hit 170, y'all. All right. Let's see. Very good recovery, though. Up $13.50 yesterday, which is almost 8%. So phenomenal recovery after a horrible week. A horrible week for tech stocks, y'all. All right. Where did price react? Price normally reacts to the same spot that it reacted the last time it was there. All right. And this is the TradingView platform. It's free to use. So you can learn how to chart for free on TradingView if you like. It's better to do it on a computer or a laptop because the bigger the screen, the bigger the chart, then the easier it is going to be able to see all these levels. Very difficult to do it on a phone. Definitely master it first on a computer and then move to the phone. But until you have mastered it, go ahead and get it on the computer, y'all. All right, all-time high. Let's put that up there. Let's see. Okay. I don't see any gaps. I do see a little gap right here, actually. Okay, we got the gap there to the upside. So, as far as market structure, this was the previous higher high. It did break it, but then it sold off. Tough. It sold off and it broke this higher low. So, but it didn't break this low here. So this is, it's a lower low, but it didn't break this low. So that's good. And then for me to, this is such a bullish candle though. This is such a bullish candle. But for me to be really bullish, it's going to have to break this 194.47. Until then, it may just chop. It may just chop in this area. Because as you can see, once it gets in this area, yeah, it breaks out, but it comes right back. And then it's just been chopping, so it's pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough in the short term to see where this thing is gonna go, because when Basically, when it's between the low 190s to 170, it just chops in that $20 range. It doesn't like to. It's very difficult for Nvidia to get out of that $20 range. So once it does get out to the upside, then I'll be more bullish. But yeah, it's just a lot of chop going on. But a very nice recovery on Friday. Okay. So current price 185.41. As far as the support level, I got 182.40, followed by 178.10 and 175. To the upside resistance, I have 190.10, followed by 192, and then the level that I need to break is 194.47. Just say 194.50. Okay, so let's check out technicals. On the daily, we had a strong buy neutral. On the weekly, we had a strong buy. We had a buy on the summary. We had a sell on the oscillators. On the monthly, we had a strong buy, and neutral. Forecast, 74 analysts over the past 3 months. We got a strong buy average. And then out of 60 analysts given a 1-year price target, the lowest is 140. The average is 260, which is 40% to the upside. And the highest is 432. So that is pretty good numbers according to these analysts, y'all. All right. Yeah, that's what we got for NVIDIA. Those are my levels. All right. Oh, let's see if we have any trend lines. Not really. It's pretty much the bottom here and the bottom here. Oh, I don't want to draw it for way up there. Oh, good. Like a double bottom and a double top. Yeah, so that thing is just chopping in between the double bottoms and double tops. So we'll see where it goes. We don't know yet. All right, next we have Google. Start on the weekly. Let's go on a line chart. See what we got. Where do we have big price reaction? Had a reaction here. Let's go ahead and round that up. We have price reaction here. Let's go ahead and round that up. And then we have price reaction here. So those are my weekly levels. And then let's go to the daily. See what we got. Got a big reaction here. Go ahead and round that down. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah, once price got here, the thing got stuck. Okay, let's go ahead and round that down. And then we got one right here. Reaction to the downside. So we got a little zone right here. Got a little zone, so we got a couple ideas we can do right there. Let's see. Yeah, we can go with this one. So when I looked at this, I'm like, should I put it at this rejection or at this bounce? So it's pretty much hard to tell. So I went to the candlesticks, and then I seen that in the middle is this previous all-time high. So that's why I went there. And then we'll roll that down. And then there it is. Hopefully that makes sense why I did that, y'all. Okay. All-time high, put that up there. Google is looking very strong, y'all. It's looking very strong. All right, there's a support. And then we can draw some resistance here. All right. So it's in the middle of our channel. A little bit lower than the middle. But we got Google at 322.86. Support, I got 321.30, followed by 314.30, and then our daily support trend line and 307.20. To the upside resistance, I have 328.80, followed by 338 and 343. All right, that's what I got for Google. Let's check out some of the technicals. On the daily, we got a sell neutral. On the weekly, we got a strong buy on the summary, sell on the oscillators. On the monthly, we got a strong buy, got a buy on the summary, and a sell on the oscillators. So that's what we got for Google. Next, let's go to Apple, y'all. So Apple, I'm not going to chart this one. I'm not going to chart each one. It'd be taking too long. But Apple, I already charted this yesterday. So as you can see, Apple's current price is $278.12. It's headed back to all-time highs, y'all. It's looking very strong. Since late January, it's been recovering very nicely. It broke out of our diagonal daily resistance level here, and it hasn't looked back since. So Apple to the upside is looking very strong. Resistance level is all-time highs, y'all. In the short term, I got resistance at 281, basically. Support, we got 277.80, followed by 273.70, and 272.26, which was the opening price of the year. All right, pretty simple on Apple. Technicals. On the daily, we got a strong buy on the moving averages, buy on the summary, neutral on the oscillators. On the weekly, we got a strong buy on the moving averages, strong buy on the summary, neutral on the oscillators. On the monthly, we got a strong buy on the moving averages. We got a buy on the summary, and we got a buy on the oscillators. Good morning, Cuzzo. It's been a hell of a week, ain't it? In the market, that sell-off was intense. Man, we had a nice recovery on Friday, but shit, we felt that pressure, boy. We felt that pressure all week. Man. Definitely some good buying opportunities. Palantir and Hood was getting destroyed. I did start a position in Hood, and that thing fell. That thing fell $20 more before recovering, but it had a nice recovery though. So, all right, next Microsoft. Microsoft getting destroyed too, man. Terrible. All right, let's go to the line chart. Look at this. Goodness. All right. Weekly. Let's go ahead and round down. Sheesh. This damn sell-off. One of the most valuable companies in the world getting sold off like this. No good, no good. Let's see. Previous all-time high. Had a big sell-off right there once it hit that. Let's see. Yep. Had a big reaction right there. Let's go ahead and round that up. All right, let's check out the daily. It's a lot of chop up in here, so let's check out the daily. Got a nice bounce right here. Let's go ahead and round that down. All right, had a nice reaction right here. Go ahead and round that down. All right. Had a bounce right there. And round that up. Had a big reaction right there. All right, that's what I see. Oh, look at this gap up. Gap filled. Yep, this gap has been filled. This gap has not been filled. Go ahead and draw that on there. All right. Let's see. Can we draw any trend lines? We can draw a resistance trend line here. I don't really see support just yet because it's been falling so tough that I don't want to just draw it from this bottom here because this may not be the bottom yet. So I'm not going to draw any support trend line. Well, I can draw this. I can draw from here, but I'm not going to draw it based on this because it may not be done falling yet. But based on this previous low and that previous low, I can draw this here. All right. So that's what we got for Microsoft. Look how much this shit is on sale, y'all. Microsoft, almost 28% off right now. $154. Incredible. Incredible discount on one of the most valuable companies in the world. Incredible discount. I know it's expensive as hell, but it's a lot of safety in a company like Microsoft. All right, next. So price 401.14. Had a good day yesterday, up almost 2%. To the downside support, I got 388.50, followed by 375.40, and then our daily trend line and weekly support 367.80. You know, it is February, so it's normally a red month in the market, and it's definitely shown up. It's definitely shown up in this first week. Yes, it has. It may just be a dead cat bounce that we had on Friday before continuing to fall. All right, to the upside, resistance, I have 416. This is a followed by 444. Wow, that's a pretty big gap. Let me see in a 4 hour. See if we can find some more. Yeah, I like this. I like this level here. Go ahead and round down. Also, this level here. Had to bring out the 4 hour levels, y'all. Because it was too much space in there. It's not going to run like that. It's not going to run like that from 416 to 444. So we had to find some more levels. So the way we did that, we went to a smaller time frame so we could find some more levels. So to the upside, we got 416, 423.80, and 433.50. And then we got the big gap up here, but we also got the diagonal trend line resistance. All right, let's check out what we got. Technicals, the daily, strong sell on the moving averages, sell on the summary, we got a buy on the oscillators. On the weekly, we got a strong sell on the moving averages, sell on the summary, sell on the oscillators. On the month, we got a sell on the moving averages, sell on the summary, sell on the oscillators. Very bearish on Microsoft right now. After this earnings, it's been all bearish. Been all bearish from there, y'all. All right, Amazon. I'm not going to draw Amazon. But as you can see, Amazon been getting clapped. Let's check out how much on sale is it? 18% off right now on Amazon. 18% off on Amazon. And remember yesterday we read about Amazon having the most revenue out of any company in the world. It passed up Walmart. So Amazon has the most revenue out of any company in the world. And it's on big discount right now. We do have two gap downs. So it's looking very bearish. Yeah, so we had earnings. It missed on earnings. Beat on revenue. And that thing gap down. But let's see. Oh, we need some more levels. I got to draw some more levels on here. So it looks like I will have to draw some on Amazon because we didn't expect price to get this low. So we got to draw some more support levels here at this previous all-time high. Let's see. Don't let this thing go to 200. Hell nah. Bet not. It might though. It's February. Alright. So we got a weekly. Do we need another weekly under there just in case? Yeah, this level here. This level better. Yeah, this level got a lot more reaction. Here we are. Go ahead and run that up. All right, let's see if we got any dailies up in there. Let's see. Right here, there's 208. Yep. And there's 204. There we are. Okay, let me run that down. Alright, so that's what we got. And then let me see to the upside. We got this reaction here. All right, so that's what we got on Amazon. All right, so current price, $210.32. Support, we got 208.50 followed by 204.70, and weekly support at 201. And you know, 200 is a psychological level. And then resistance, we got 213, which is weekly resistance, followed by the gap, usually halfway in the gap. So we got 215, and then a gap fill 220. 220. All right, that's what we got on Amazon. Do we got any support trend lines we can draw? Nope. I don't think so. Well, let me see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we can draw this. Because that'll be, this is one touch of support, 2. Next one will be 3. So it should bounce. If it does end up breaking that low, it should bounce on this support level. 3 touches of support on the daily. Hopefully it don't get that low, but shit, you never know. It seemed like it was a deep seek moment. We had deep seek part 2. Technicals on Amazon. On the daily, we got a strong sell on the moving averages. We got a sell on the strong sell on the summary. We got a sell on the oscillators. On the week, we got a sell on the moving averages, sell on the summary, sell on the oscillators. On the monthly, we got a buy on the moving averages, neutral on the summary, and a sell on the oscillators. How long we been on, y'all? Oh, just 30 minutes. Oh yeah, we keep going. I need to sip this coffee right quick though. Gotta hit this workout after this. It's time to bulk up a little bit for summertime. Trying to get on these weights. Get it in. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's what we got on Amazon. TSM. Let's zoom in. TSM, okay. TSM, I don't need to draw this. It's very close to all-time highs. So it was in this consolidation zone since early January. And a very strong candle here trying to break out of this consolidation zone. We can go ahead and draw this gap on here. But it's so close to all-time highs, it's not really worth me drawing it out. We got our diagonal resistance trend line here, which is above the all-time high, so that's okay. And yeah, it's just been chopping for a couple weeks, and now it's breaking out to the upside. So it's looking like TSM is going to be at all-time highs next week. It's looking very strong. Then gapped up from Thursday to Friday. Had a wonderful day yesterday. Up almost 5.5%, $18. So TSM looking very strong. Alright, let's check out technicals. Strong buy. This is on the daily. We had a strong buy on the moving averages, strong buy on the summary, neutral on the oscillators. On the weekly, we got a strong buy on the moving averages, strong buy on the summary, we got a buy on the oscillators. On the month, we got a strong buy on the moving averages, strong buy on the summary, buy on the oscillators. Yeah, TSM, it's almost at all-time high, so it's very strong right now. So it's good, man. It's good. Shout out to everybody that's holding shares of TSM. I know you are ecstatic. Because just what? When it bounced right here. This is December. 2 months ago. This thing was at 275 and now it's at 348. So I do not hold TSM in my account, but I do have the ETF that has TSM in it. So I was able to get a little bit of that upside. All right, AVGO. I'll go ahead and draw AVGO since I didn't draw TSM. Let's go on the weekly. Let's go on the line chart. Where did price react? Had a bounce right here. I had a big reaction here. There we go. I had this double top right here and here on the weekly. All right. Looked like we had a double bottom right here. But it didn't break out too far. But that's definitely a double bottom. That thing reacted right there, big level right there, 340. All right, we got any more? We got this previous all-time high right here. All right, let me go ahead and roll that down. Let's see what we got on the daily. We got a reaction right there. Gotta run that up. Got this previous all-time high right here. Gotta run that up. Alright. It's looking pretty good. That's what we got. Let's put one more daily down here. Go ahead and run it down. Oh, let's see. Yeah, looks pretty good. We got that gap right there. All right, this gap has been filled. See another gap down here. Should I draw that gap too? This is way down there. It is. What's that? Ooh, with the 250s. All right, let's see. All right, so AVGO currently at 332.92. Support, I got 320, followed by 306.30. Resistance, I got 340.40, followed by 352. And then 358.40. Let's see if we can draw a trend line. Looks like it's breaking out, actually. Looks like it just broke out of this trend line. Just broke out of this daily resistance. As you can see, started up here at the all-time high. It hit that, came down, hit that, came down. Struggled and sold off. It broke out. If this can turn this resistance into support and continue to the upside, then this may be a breakout for AVGO. Let's see when they got a month before they have earnings. So yeah, we'll see. But it's looking like a breakout. We just gotta confirm with this is the break, so we gotta confirm with a retest, and we'll see. Let's see, can we draw a trend line here? A support trend line? Maybe, not really. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's a strong bounce right there. That's a $30 bounce. That's a strong bounce. So yeah, we can draw that. All right, AVGO. Those are the levels. Technical on a daily, we got a strong buy on the moving averages. We got a neutral on the summary, neutral on the oscillators. On the weekly, we got a buy on the moving averages. We got neutral on the summary. We got a sell on the oscillators. On the monthly, we got a strong buy on the moving averages. We got a buy on the summary. And we got neutral on the oscillators. All right. All right. How long we been on? 43 minutes. All right. I think that's all the $1 trillion tickers we're going to do today. We can look at some other stuff though. I'll finish the other $1 trillion tickers tomorrow. But let's check out some of the other stuff that's making noise. Bitcoin actually went down to 60,000. Man, oh man. They tried to recover yesterday, but this sell-off is crazy. From 88,000 to 60,000? Man, talk about liquidations. Goodness gracious. Ethereum hit 1,742. It's trying to recapture that 2,000. Let's see. It did currently, but let's see if it holds. BMNR. Oh my God. Tom Lee's upside down in this investment. Look at this. Ethereum's dropped below 2,000, leaves BMNR, which is Bitmine, facing nearly 8 billion in paper losses. Oh my God. That is insane. 8 billion? Bro. So you telling me that you raised all this money to invest for people, and y'all 8 billion in the hole. That is insane. 8 billion though. I don't even know their market cap. But damn, 8 billion though. But yeah, this chart looks terrible. This chart looks terrible. So as you can see, this is before. I don't remember the date Tom Lee took over, but I think it was after all this crazy run up and pullback. This is definitely a pump and dump. They pumped this thing all the way up to 160 and dumped that shit all the way down to 30. Goodness. And it ain't been the same ever since. This shit has just fallen, y'all. For a flip though, 15. This thing fall to 15. But shit, you gotta be careful though, because if it get in this gap, if it don't bounce on this gap at 1255, that shit coming down to 861. It's probably not even worth it. I wouldn't even fuck with it. Let's see. AMD. AMD broke support. It's trying to get back over the support. It is in the gap. Oh, it was in the gap for a couple days. It's out of the gap now, but it's trying to recover. Palantir, man, I wanted to buy this shit so bad. That shit hit 128, y'all. Palantir on a super discount. Look at all this. Man. That shit was at 181 in the middle of January. That shit hit 128. Robinhood. Oh yeah, what I forgot to do, I forgot to check out the algo. The thing is, you had these big swings in the market, so I don't know how good the algo is actually gonna do. The algo be getting faked out sometimes on the big days, big swing days. But Robinhood fell to $71, y'all. I bought this shit at 90, 91. That shit fell to 71. It's 82 right now, so we barely down. Less than $10 a share. But man. Oh, they got earnings. Got earnings next week. Robinhood got earnings next week, y'all. They should be. Alright. That is it. Gotta get on this workout. Gotta put this muscle on. Finna get it in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Been a hell of a week. Hope you didn't sell. Because we expected February to be red. And it was red. Yes, it was, but we did have a nice recovery because if we look at SPY, we're actually not too far from the all-time high. We're only barely over 1% from the all-time high on SPY. It was just tech that got clapped so crazy. That's what it was. It was just tech that got clapped so crazy. So, yeah, tech. The Qs is down not even 5% from the all-time high. So, it's just the Mag 7. The market has been holding up without the Mag 7 running outside of Apple and TSM. Oh, now we got Walmart in the $1 tickers too. So, but that's not the Mag 7. But that's good though, because it shows that the market is not fully reliant on the Mag 7 because it's that close to all-time highs without the Mag 7. So just imagine when the Mag 7 starts running, what's going to happen to the market. All-time highs, y'all. All right, appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:15 a.m. doing more charting. We're going to chart the rest of the $1 trillion tickers. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.